Well, Acadiana residents traveling to Texas and beyond have crossed the I-10 bridge in Lake Charles.
The bridge is often listed in articles as one of the most dangerous bridges in the country. So how accurate are those rankings? Well, state and federal officials say the bridge is safe, but many say a new bridge is needed.
The I-10 bridge in Lake Charles opened in 1952. The DOTD says more than 74,000 vehicles cross the bridge every day. Others put that number closer to 90,000. The bridge is consistently featured in online articles as one of the most dangerous bridges in the country. Drivers have mixed feelings about how safe it is.
It's not in good shape. It really needs to be updated. I'd never feel safe driving over it.
It's really sound. I mean, there's no problem. I never feel any shaking. The only shaking I feel is all them 18-wheelers that's passing around, you know.
One reason the bridge gets such bad press is because of the National Bridge Inventory, which is a Federal Highway Administration database. The most recent inspection from 2017 said the bridge was in poor condition. The deck, superstructure, and substructure were given ratings of 3. Anything under 4 is considered structurally deficient.
The bridge inspections are done by the DOTD, and the results are then sent to the federal government. A spokesman for the Federal Highway Administration says that even though the bridge is considered structurally deficient, that is just an engineering term. He says that has nothing to do with whether the bridge is safe or not.
I drive over it weekly with my family, and I don't have any issues driving over it with my wife and my 8-month-old son.
Nick Hunter is the mayor of Lake Charles. He says he's not qualified to speak to the safety of the bridge, but says a new bridge is needed.
This is very much on the mind of local people. I think there's a lot of frustration because we've been talking about this bridge for 20 years.
George Swift is president and CEO of the Southwest Louisiana Economic Development Alliance, which oversees economic development for 5 parishes.
And when you look from I-10 from California to Florida, unfortunately this I-10 bridge is probably a weak link.
He says the bridge is unsafe because of its steep incline and lack of turnoff lanes and lights.
If you have a flat tire or your vehicle stalls, you're going to have a serious problem, and I've had that happen to me before, and it's not a very pleasant experience.
The DOTD wants to build a new bridge just north of the existing bridge. A preliminary design could be ready by this fall. I met with DOTD Secretary Dr. Sean Wilson earlier this year. He told me if the bridge wasn't safe, it would be closed down immediately, like other bridges have been.
I will tell you the state spent over $20 million restoring that bridge. We'll be the first to tell you we need to rebuild that bridge as well.
He'll also tell you that money to pay for a new bridge just isn't there.
We think that project should be a toll bridge. It's one of the few bridges in our state that we have to reconstruct on the interstate, and it's eligible to be tolled.
But even with tolls, Wilson said it wouldn't be enough. Mayor Hunter says he thinks a new bridge is closer to becoming reality than it's ever been. He agrees coming up with the cash to pay for a bridge that could cost between $700 million and $1 billion is a problem.
We're still very frustrated because we haven't seen the dollars materialize on a federal or state level for this bridge.
The Economic Development Alliance has a task force looking at ways to raise money for the bridge. Swift says tolls, property taxes, and gas taxes are all being studied.
We think this is our top infrastructure priority because if something were to happen to that bridge, it would shut down the economy of not only Louisiana, but of the nation. It would be greatly impacted.
The DOTD says the current bridge would remain open to traffic while the new bridge is being built, but officials are concerned now about the president's infrastructure plan. Now, the federal government currently pays for 80% of these types of projects. Officials, though, hearing the feds could cut that back to 20%, meaning state and local governments would have to come up with the rest. And Darla, we know how tight money is right now in this environment. Of course, the state has many, many big projects. I mean, they're trying the Lafayette Connector here in Lafayette, and that's a $750 million project. So really coming up with the money is going to be the tough part here.
Absolutely. But you answered so many questions tonight, Rob, especially the one of safety. I know a lot of people have anxiety when they are driving over that bridge. So one, if it were that dangerous, the bridge would be closed.
They would shut it down immediately. Yeah, they certainly would. Like Surrey Street here in Lafayette.
Absolutely.
So, right.
Good job. Thanks, Rob.